Light. Hello, good evening everybody. Welcome to Target Khakhi. Once again, this is Srinivas sir from Biology department. Today we are going to discuss about peripheral nervous system. In the previous class we discussed already about central nervous system, that is brain and spinal cord. Two parts we discussed. Now the other system is in the nervous system. The second one is peripheral nervous system. What do you mean by peripheral nervous system? Okay, I think you are seeing this picture. Peripheral nervous system is nothing but the nervous system which is formed with cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Okay na? Central nervous system indicates that only the function and structure of the brain and the functions and structure of spinal cord. But in peripheral nervous system, PNS, it deals with the nerves which are formed or connected to the brain. Next, the nerves which are formed by the spinal cord. You are seeing these all, right? Okay, now we are discussing about that. So, peripheral nervous system. It is formed with cranial nerves and spinal nerves. What are cranial nerves actually? Cranial nerves are nothing but the nerves which are connected to the brain. Okay, I already told you. Cranial means cranium refers to skull. Cranium refers to skull. Nothing but the brain is protected inside the skull. And the nerves which are connected to the brain, the nerves which are connected to the brain are called as cranial nerves. Okay, cranial nerves. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Okay, do you understand? Peripheral nervous system is formed by cranial nerves and spinal nerves. But how many nerves are there? We have to know that. Okay, na? How many cranial nerves are there and how many spinal nerves are there? Now we are going to see, right? So, cranial nerves are nothing but 12 pairs. They are 12 pairs. Whereas, spinal nerves are nothing but 31 pairs. Okay? Spinal nerves are nothing but 31 pairs. Now, let us see them, right? Now, cranial nerves. Cranial nerves. Total cranial nerves are how many? 12 pairs. Cranial nerves are 12 pairs. So, what are they? Let us see. Okay? What are they? First one, olfactory nerve. Second one, oculomotor nerve. First one is olfactory nerve, second one is oculomotor nerve, third one is optic nerve. Okay, na? Third one is optic nerve. Fourth one is trochlear nerve. Fifth one is trigeminal nerve. Trigeminal nerve. Sixth one is facial nerve. Okay. Sixth one is facial nerve. Seventh one is abducens nerve. Abducens. Eighth one is auditory nerve. Auditory nerve. Next, total how many nerves you have seen now up to now? 8. So remaining 4. Ninth one is glossopharyngeal nerve. Tenth one is vagus nerve. 11th one is hypoglossal nerve. Last one is spinal accessory nerve. Okay, children, how many we got here? 12 pairs of nerves. What are they? Once again we read: olfactory nerve, oculomotor nerve, optic nerve, trochlear nerve, trigeminal nerve, facial nerve, abducens nerve, auditory nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, vagus nerve. It is the 10th cranial nerve. Okay, it is the 10th cranial nerve. Next, 11th one, hypoglossal nerve. Last one is spinal accessory nerve. Of course, these are all one only. They are all one pairs only. They are one pairs only. Okay, that's why total how many we got here? 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Where they are located? And connected to the brain inside the skull. That's why these are called as cranial nerves. Sometimes we may get facial paralysis also. Nothing but crossing the mouth. When our mouth while talking go cross, it shows like that movement. Okay na? And you know, the nerves are very closely connected to sense organs also. That's why, example, optic nerve. When we see any object, immediately that object in the form of image forms in the retina of the eye only with optic nerve. Okay na? Next, olfactory nerve. This nerve detects the different types of smell through the nose. Okay na? Olfactory nerve. Next, facial nerves. You know, facial nerves means they are present in the cheeks also. That's why sometimes for us some jerks, sounds will come. And next thing is, sometimes our mouth also will go cross because of paralysis. Understood? Paralysis is nothing but vitamin B1 deficiency, and it is related to our nervous system disorder only. Right? So, facial nerve. Next, auditory nerve. Auditory nerve indicates about audio, nothing but listening. Whatever it may be, whether it may be music or songs or sound or vehicle horn, okay, or birds chirping sound, these are all auditory. Because without audio, we can't listen. Ears are the best sense organs for the sensation of audio in our body. Next thing is, you know, vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve. Okay, with vagus nerve, nothing but 10th cranial nerve, diencephalon. It initiates about hunger signals in our stomach. Hunger signals in our stomach. How do we get hungry? After the energy is totally exhausted from the body cells, we need again hungry. Okay, so that hungry and hunger signals are initiated only with the help of diencephalon and ghrelin hormone, okay, which is released by this vagus nerve, nothing but 10th cranial nerve. Okay children, now these are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Okay, in peripheral system, first one is cranial nerves, there are 12 pairs. Okay, next we see the spinal nerves. We are going to see the spinal nerves. Total the spinal nerves are 31 pairs. 31 pairs. How 31? So comparing to cranial nerves, spinal nerves are more than that, because you know brain is located in the skull, nothing but cranium, inside the cranium, but spinal cord is long, which passing over through the backbone. So it is the nerves which are connected to the spinal cord. Okay, the nerves which are connected to the spinal cord on the backbone, overall the backbone on either sides, and spread to all organs in the body. Okay, they are called as spinal nerves. They are 31 pairs. Number 1 is cervical nerves. They are 8 pairs. Cervical nerves are 8 pairs. Next, thoracic. Thoracic nerves are 12 pairs. Understood? Thoracic nerves are 12 pairs. How many? 12 pairs. Third one is lumbar nerves or lumbar nerves. They are 5 pairs. Lumbar nerves or lumbar region. Okay, 5. Number 4, coccygeal nerve. Okay children, my dear students, already up to now we discussed about the cranial nerves. Now spinal nerves, because peripheral nervous system is formed by 2 types of nerves. One is cranial nerves, means the nerves which are connected to the brain, and another one is the spinal nerves which are connected to the spinal cord. Okay, so these are 31 pairs. 31 pairs. So what are they? Cervical nerves are 8 pairs, thoracic nerves are 12 pairs, lumbar nerves are 5 pairs, next sacral nerves are 5 pairs, and coccygeal nerves are 1 pair. Now if you add these are all, then you will get 31 pairs. 8 plus 12, 20. 20 plus 5, 25. 25 plus 5, 30. 30 plus 1, 31. You know children, cervical nerves means they are present in the neck region. Okay, neck region means what? Below the skull. Below the skull. Okay, and below the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. The last part of the brain is medulla oblongata. So cervical nerves and cervical region, it forms here only in the neck region. Thoracic means you know chest region. Thoracic means chest region. So same like our ribs in the chest, rib cage will be there. Same like that. How many pairs of ribs are there? 12 pairs are there. 24. Like that. Thoracic nerves also 12 pairs only in the body. Lumbar region means it denotes backside of our body. In the abdominal region, slightly backwards, right? Okay, this is about spinal nerves. The next The last and the third part of nervous system is autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system. What is autonomous nervous system? What do you mean by autonomous nervous system? Up to now we discussed central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Next peripheral nervous system, cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Now the third one is, the third type of nervous system is autonomous nervous system, ANS. Okay, autonomous nervous system. What do you mean by this? Auto means self. Nomos means governing. Autonomous nervous system means self-governing nervous system. What is that meaning? Autonomous nervous system means self-governing nervous system. Okay. So how it is formed? How it is formed? We have to know that. Autonomous nervous system is formed again same like peripheral nervous system. Okay. Autonomous nervous system is formed by cranial nerves and some part of autonomous nervous system is formed by some part of okay, some part of cranial nerves and spinal nerves of autonomous nervous system is formed by cranial nerves and spinal nerves of smooth muscles and cardiac muscles in our body. Smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. Autonomous nervous system means self-governing nervous system. Okay, that is the meaning. But how this nervous system is formed? Okay, so it is formed by some part of cranial nerves and spinal nerves of smooth muscles and cardiac muscles in our body. Smooth muscles means you know very well. Smooth muscles are present in digestive system. Okay, mainly digestive system. Next, cardiac muscles are present in heart. Cardiac muscles are present in heart. What are cardiac muscles? The muscles which help in pumping of blood are called cardiac muscles. Cardiac refers to heart. So, they are present in heart. They are helpful in pumping of blood. Right? Okay. Next, this autonomous nervous system, okay, it is associated with medulla oblongata. Autonomous nervous system is associated with medulla oblongata. Okay, it is associated with autonomous nervous system is associated with medulla oblongata. So associated means what, children? Connected, nothing but, right? I already told you in central nerve, nothing but in the functions of the brain, medulla oblongata is the last part of the brain. Medulla oblongata is the last part of the brain. It is present in the hindbrain. Okay. Okay, in the brain actually three parts are present. Forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Where is medulla oblongata present? In the hindbrain, along with the cerebellum. The small tree-shaped structure in the brain which lies backside, okay, is called cerebellum, and below the cerebellum medulla oblongata is present. It is also present back of the brain, okay. So what are the functions of the medulla oblongata? I already told you, because autonomous nervous system is associated with medulla oblongata. So you have to know that what are the functions of medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is related to vasomotor activities, nothing but the pumping of blood from heart to through blood vessels. Okay, na? Vasomotor is nothing but what? Transportation of blood through blood vessels. Number 1. Next, coughing, sneezing, vomiting are some examples of medulla oblongata, which shows senses. Understand? Coughing, vomiting, sneezing. Understood? And feeling hungriness also. These all comes under medulla oblongata. So autonomous nervous system. And autonomous nervous system is divided into voluntary and involuntary nervous system. Nothing but voluntary and involuntary nervous system. This voluntary nervous system is also called as sympathetic nervous system, and involuntary is called parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? Autonomous nervous system is divided into two types. They are parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic and sympathetic. What do you mean by parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system? So these two types of autonomous nervous system, okay, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, which are related to autonomous nervous system, they work in opposite manner. Suppose dilation of pupil. Okay, next to constriction of pupil. When we see the bright sun, or when we see direct pencil light or video lights, immediately we close our eyes. That is called constriction of pupil in the eye. Okay, na? Dilation means what? Enlargement of the pupil in the eye. Next, decrease in the heartbeat, increase in the heartbeat, or low BP, high BP, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, like this. So these act in opposite manner. Low to high, high to low, increase and decrease. So voluntarily and involuntarily actions are shown by autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system. Okay, na? So now up to now we discussed the three types of nervous system. What are they? Central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomous nervous system. Okay, now we are going to discuss about reflex actions. Reflex actions. What do you mean by reflex actions? The actions which are not under the control of our brain. Okay, the actions which are not under the control of our brain are called reflex actions. Or I am giving another definition to you. Or the actions which occur rapidly and spontaneously in our body. Okay, the actions which occur spontaneously or rapidly in our body are called as reflex actions. Reflex actions. But how reflex action will show in our body means by touching a hot object, immediately we remove our hand. Okay, reflex actions are spontaneous or rapid. Okay, next, how these actions will show means they depend on response to stimuli. Response to stimuli. Reflex actions are nothing but the actions which occur spontaneously or rapidly in our body, okay, but they are related to response to stimulus only, okay. Now I am drawing the reflex action pathway. Stimulus, receptor cells, next sensory nerve, spinal cord, motor nerve, effector organ, sorry, so this is the flow chart of reflex action. What is this? The flow chart showing reflex action means from stimulus to response, from stimulus to response. What is stimulus actually? Touching a hot object or stepping on a sharp object, or touching our finger to needle or to thorny plants. Generally when we are plucking the rose or any flower on thorny plants, then the thorn will prick to our skin, nothing but indirectly, unexpectedly it happens, okay na? So stimulus is nothing but, let us say, sharp object or hot object, sharp object or hot object, okay. Next, receptor cells, okay, I will explain now. So when we step on a sharp object, the receptor cells which are present in that organ or muscle, okay, in that organ or muscle, in that area, okay, those are received by sensory nerves, and they carry to spinal cord. I already told you, sensory nerves means what, children? Afferent nerves, which carry messages or signals from sense organs to brain and spinal cord. Sense organs to brain and, so now sensory nerve is carrying message to the spinal cord. In spinal cord, what is there inside? I told you, gray matter is present. Gray matter is present. Gray matter is present, okay. Next, motor nerve. From spinal cord, okay, the nerves which arise from the spinal cord are called as motor nerves. They carry these messages to all body parts again. What is the effector organ here? The person who stepped with leg or foot or hand, okay, that is called as muscle, okay na? Muscle. Next, that muscle from the motor nerve which received information from the spinal cord, which received information. What type of information it received? Okay, you touched a sharp object, now remove your foot or leg, that is the information. It comes in the form of signal or messages, right? So then the action will be shown in the form of a response. That time on the spot we remove our leg or foot, okay. So this is the flow chart showing the pathway of reflex action. On that day only I told you in the previous class, reflex actions are nothing but the actions which occur in our body spontaneously or rapidly. Examples I told you already, okay? Touching hot object, removing hand, next getting electric shock, jumping away, okay? Touching hot object, removing hand. In this, what is response and what is a stimulus? Touching is nothing but a stimulus. Touching hot object is same like sharp object, okay? Removing hand is called response. Understand? Removing hand is called response. Next, getting electric shock is called stimulus. Jumping away is called as response. Okay, na? These are few examples. Next, so many examples are there. Suppose by seeing a tiger or lion, immediately we run away. So, seeing the tiger or lion is nothing but stimulus. Running away is the response. So, for every action, there will be equal and opposite reactions. Okay. So, here see, once stimulus, the sensation starts from stimulus to action. Action will be shown in the form of response. Okay, na? So, this is nothing but the flow chart of reflex action. Okay. Next, coordination. Okay, children. Actually, nervous system comes under coordination chapter. What is meant by coordination? Up to now, you have seen examples and the structure of brain, functions, types of nervous system also, structure of nerve cell also, neurons also, how many they are present, what are the different parts present in it, and how they are functioning. Okay, na? So, coordination. I told you synapse also. Understood? Because billions of nerve cells are present in our body. How to send message from one part to another part and up to until the brain, it should reach the brain, the message or signal. So it will be benefited. It is the benefit of presence of nervous system in our body. What is the main benefit in our body for us? Only presence of so many neurons or nerve cells in our body, because nerve cell cannot reproduce by itself. Okay, so what is coordination? A life process in which the different body parts work together for the functioning of the body smoothly. What is meant by coordination? Coordination in life processes. Okay? Our nervous system is related to coordination. Without coordination, see, there is no sensation, no stimulation, no response also. That's why A life process in which the different body parts work together for the functioning of body smoothly is called coordination. Suppose I am holding a stick in my hand, means my sense organs I am holding with fingers. I am holding a pen or marker in my hand with fingers. Now I have to concentrate on this pen only. Okay, means my sense organs are working on this part only. Next, the muscles which are present in my fingers are holding the pen together. So means concentration with sense organs and holding with the fingers such that it should not fall down. Means I am showing much interest on this pen only to hold properly. So all my body parts are working together on this pen only. So this is nothing but coordination. Example, coordination we can see in the circus also and in the exhibitions also, right? So children, in the next class we are going to discuss about endocrine system and phytohormones. So those two topics are left in that. We will meet in the next class. Thank you children.